For this demonstration, I'm going to introduce you how to rig your 3D models. So here, to start, I'm going to use the right side view, and then I'm going to activate the X-ray mode, and I will also activate the grid lines. Next, we're going to use rigging menu set instead of modeling, and we're going to create the joint hierarchy starting with skeleton, create joints. Now here, I will start with root joint, next pelvis, next abdomen, next chest, and then neck joint. After creating the neck joint, head joint, and we'll finish with scalp. Enter. After doing the spine, we're going to proceed with creating the skeleton create joints for the leg, starting with thigh joint, next knee joint, and then ankle, ball joint, and then toes. Enter. Next, go to the front view. Align the joint hierarchy of the leg inside your model. After doing that, go to skeleton, mirror joints option. First, let us edit, reset our setting, and we're going to use mirror across YZ. Click mirror. After doing that, we're going to create the joint hierarchy for the arm. The same process, go to skeleton, create joints, and then here start with the shoulder, next elbow, next hand, and then wrist, finish with hand, enter. I will go to the top view and make sure to align our joint hierarchy. Next, go to the front view, and we're going to mirror the skeleton also by accessing skeleton, mirror joints option, edit, edit reset. Again, we're going to use mirror across YZ. Click mirror. Now, we're going to attach these joints to the hierarchy. First, allow me to hide the polygons. Now here, I will select the shoulder joint, and I believe this is the chest joint. This is the child, this is the parent, press P. Child, parent, press P. Now here, for the thigh joint, child, parent, pelvis, press P. Child, pelvis, press P. Now here's the joint hierarchy for our character. Next, I will create the controllers by means of curves circle. So this will be the global controller. Next, I will duplicate this one, control dog, W, and I'm holding V, middle mouse button, snap. So here's the root controller, and then I will show again the polygon. Next, duplicate, control dog, W, victory, middle mouse button, snap to the pelvis. Next, rescale, control dog, W, victory, middle mouse button, snap to the abdomen, rescale, control dog, W, victory, middle mouse button, snap to the chest joint. Next, I will not create controller for the neck. I will go directly to the head. Control dog, W, victory, middle mouse button, snap. Snap to the head joint. Okay. Next, duplicate, Control dog W, victory, middle mouse button, snap to the shoulder joint. Again, V, snap. I will rotate this one 90 degrees and I will rescale. Control dog W, victory, middle mouse button, snap. So I will snap to the elbow joint. Okay. Rescale. Control dog W, victory, middle mouse button, snap to the wrist joint. Now I'm going to duplicate the controller. Select this one, control dog, and then put negative value here in translate X. Same with the elbow, control dog, negative value translate X. Same for the wrist, control dog to duplicate, negative value translate X. Moving on to the lower body. So here I will create the controller for the foot. So I will just align this one. Go to my front view. Rescale. Go to the side view. Rescale. Next, I will create another controller for the ball joint. Another circle, W, victory, middle mouse button, snap. Rotate this one 90 degrees. And then duplicate the control dog W, victory, middle mouse button, snap, knee joint. Okay. For the knee controller, we need to move the controller to the front. Next, to duplicate this one, control dog and put negative value to translate X. Same for the ball controller. Control dog, negative value, translate X. Same for the foot controller. Select this one. Control dog, negative value, translate X. Now, I will hide the polygon. Here in our show, uncheck polygons. And I will also uncheck the joints. Now here, I will select all of the controllers and I will freeze the transformation. So go to Poly Modeling Shelf, click Freeze Transformation. Again, select all of the controllers, freeze the transformation. Next, I will now show the joints. And then here, if you want to adjust the joint size, you can just look for display, animation, joint size. Again, that's display, animation, joint size. This time, you can now resize the joint display. Next, I will select the controller for the root. Shift select the actual joint. And I will select constrain. So here's the constraint. And choose parent. The same here for the pelvis. Select the controller. Shift select the pelvis joint. Choose constrain parent. Same here. Controller, joint, constrain parent. Controller, joint, constrain parent. Controller, head, joint. constraint parent. Moving on to the arm, controller joint, constraint parent, controller joint, constraint parent, controller joint, constraint parent. To the other side, controller joint, constraint parent, controller joint, constraint parent, controller joint, constraint parent. Now, parenting of controllers to other controllers. Starting with the head, select the head controller, shift select the chest controller, and press P parent. Chest controller to abdomen, P parent. Abdomen controller to pelvis, P parent. Pelvis to root, P parent. Now for the hand, select the hand controller, shift select the elbow, P parent, child, parent, P, child, parent, P. Do the same to the other side. Child, parent, P, child, parent, P, child, parent, press P. Next, for the lower body, I will first attach the IK handle here. So allow me to select this one. Here's joint 8. And I will finish up to joint 10. So what I'm going to do, I will open the outliner, go to window, and then look for outliner. Now here, while this joint is selected, I'm going to press F to focus. Then select the ankle joint, press F to focus. Now I will create the IK handle. To do that, go to skeleton, create IK handle options. Now here, I'm going to reset the tool. Make sure you are using rotate plane solver. Now, the name of this joint is joint 8. So I will select joint 8 here. Next, I'm holding control on my keyboard and I will finish to the ankle joint 10. Okay? Do the same to the other side. So the name of this joint is joint 13. So I will first select this one. Press F to focus. So here's joint 13. I will finish the IK handle to this joint, joint 15. So here in outliner, F to focus. Now create again the IK handle. That's skeleton, create IK handle option. So reset the tool, rotate plane, start with joint 13, just click joint 13, and I'm holding control on my keyboard, click joint 15. Now we created the IK handle for the both legs. Moving on. So here for the lower body, this is the IK handle, the orange thin line. Select this one as child, shift select the foot controller, and then P parent. Do the same to the other side. Select this one as child, shift select foot controller, press P. Now for the ball controller, select the ball controller, shift select the ball joint. I'm going to add two constraints. The first one is point constraint. So again, controller joint, go to constraint, and then we're going to use point constraint option, edit reset. I will check maintain offset, add. Do the same to the other side, controller joint, constraint point, verify, maintain offset, add. After adding constraint point, we're going to put constraint orient also. To do that, select the controller, shift select the joint, and then go to constraint, and orient option. Edit, reset this setting. Make sure to check maintain offset. Click add. Do the same to the other side. So controller joint and then constrain, orient. Verify, maintain offset, add. Next, for the knee controller, select the knee controller, shift select the IK handle, and we're going to use constrain pole vector. Okay. Next, controller, IK handle, constrain pole vector. Now, for the lower body, we're going to select the knee controller, shift select the foot controller as parent, and press P. Next, ball controller, foot controller, press P. Do the same to the other side. Knee controller, and then foot controller, press P. Ball controller, foot controller, press P. Okay? Now, for the global controller, I will rename this one as Global CTRL. I'm going to parent the root controller to the global controller. So, child, parent, press P. Foot controller, child, shift select the global controller, press P. Do the same to the other side, child, parent, press P. Now, if we're going to move the joint hierarchy, all of them will follow, and then if I'm going to rotate, there will be no problems. However, if we're going to rescale our global controller, so the joints will be deformed. Now, to prevent this problem, we're going to group the root joint. So first, I will open the outliner, go to Window, Outliner, and then select the root joint. After selecting the root joint, Control G, I will rename this one as root GRP. And next, I will select the global controller. I'm holding Control on my keyboard. I will select the root GRP. I will add constrain parent, and constrain scale. This time, if I'm going to rescale the joint hierarchy, all of them will follow. So that's the process of rigging our low poly character.